Welcome back, gang. Okay, so here we are with one of our favorite project cars. This is just Jake's 1967. What is it, Jake? A Valiant Signet?
It's just the Signet. It's
okay.
The top of the line.
Yeah, right. Now the car's in actually exceptionally good shape. She's got a couple of minor rust issues that we're going to take care of. We've got it running. If you guys go back, part 1 and part 2 are in. Well, we have a playlist for this car already. There's only a couple videos, but you'll see us bring it home, rescue it, bring it home, get it running. It unfortunately got put on the back burner. That's my bad, but we're going to get back to it. We wanted just to give you a look at it. So Jake also has found in his stash of Slant 6 memorabilia a 2-barrel setup. Jake, you want to maybe just tip that up a little bit?
Yeah. Maybe.
They can kind of
my back can take that.
Yeah, okay, we'll leave that alone then. That's good. Yeah. So, this is just
that carb's done.
Yeah, that carb's done, but we have plenty of 2-barrels from Black Sheep that'll go on it. And we'll give that intake a little port matching.
Yeah.
Get the high performance out of it.
Funny thing about this thing is I actually bought that for the original Valiant.
Yeah,
so for some reason still have that. Don't have my Valiant, but still have that.
Well, you do have the Valiant. Here it is.
It's
not the same car, but it's the same model, similar color. Now, give us a little history here, Jake. So, your first car was a
1967 Plymouth Valiant, but mine was the 200.
Yeah.
Which is the bottom of the barrel as far as bonuses and extras go.
And the stock color on yours was what this car is.
It was
stock.
this yellow color.
This yellow.
The pale yellow.
Same color as Betsy, actually.
Yep.
I believe they're the same. They're called different.
Daffodil?
Daffodil, I think.
Daffodil for 67, I think for
68. I'll have to look, but I think it was like Desert Ranch or Desert Tan or something for the trucks. They called it different names for the trucks and cars, right?
Yeah, this isn't the Sunfire. This is the can't remember what they call this.
Yeah, I think
it
this
is actually a Plymouth Yellow.
This is a Plymouth Yellow.
That's like the 70 Plymouth Yellow, not the not the 67.
That's what I would say they picked.
Yeah.
So guys, the car is in really good shape. We have a couple of projects, obviously. One is the interior.
Yeah.
So
yeah, those old benches have seen their last days.
Yeah, we have a surprise for the interior here. See, now the good part about a car like this is we're saving it. It was going to rot into the ground if we hadn't have saved it. You can modify a car like this to suit your tastes and needs without worrying about affecting the value.
Yeah.
And still have a cool old car.
Yeah. That's not original. Who cares? It's a 4-door 67 Valiant.
Yeah, exactly, right?
This 80s plastic pinstripe has to go.
Yeah, it does for sure. So this is here. Let me give you the camera here, Jake.
All right.
Okay, so this is what I mean, guys. I had a lot of questions on the live on the weekend there. How do I get into the old car hobby? It's too expensive. How can I afford anything? These kind of cars are still out there, gang.
Yeah.
You just got to look. Keep an eye on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, everywhere you can. Put a wanted ad out. Old cars. Go onto Craigslist, type in 1920 to 1980 for the year range and see what you come up with. You find something like this, then you can play with it on your own budget. Old pickup trucks, 4-doors. You can still have lots of fun.
Yeah, we're still in under $1,000 on this.
Absolutely. And we'll probably won't be any more than 3 by the time you're done. Somewhere around there.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Now, that's us doing the work ourselves, but there's a lot of this stuff you can do, okay? I wouldn't recommend attempting things that are safety oriented until you've really studied them and maybe had an actual technician show you. Or there's some great videos out there. Watch them in depth and take your time, and you can get your old car running and driving too. You don't need a Hemi or a 440 or a 383 or even a 318. A little Slant 6 will be great. You get in there, get your hands dirty, and you'd be amazed at how rewarding it can be. You don't need $1 million to get into this. Why don't we flash her up, Jake?
All right.
Should I take those wrenches off the fender? Not that this paint really matters, but
It's not like this thing's a tooth rattling.
yeah. We're not looking at a heavy cam big block here. Oh, battery terminals. Hang on a sec, buddy. I got you. She needs battery terminals, gang. Try that, Jake. Nope. Hang on. How about that? Nope. You got a pair of vice grips? Here, we got a vice grip that's negative, I think. We'll be right back, gang. Okay, we got it vice gripped. Do we have... Let's just, we'll tighten this, can we?
These are both good and tight.
Those are good and tight. It's the battery terminals. It's not even that it's dirty. It's that... Here, you know what?
I'm going to give that a quick scuff anyway.
Yep, quick piece of sandpaper. You got another pair of vice grips?
Not handy. Get some fresh metal there. Make sure that getting pulled and pushed in.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, these cables.
Yeah, we need new ends. We just wanted to fire it up for everybody. See, this is what happens, gang. So when you film legit real-time videos, and whether it's a V8 or a slant 6, it's just messing with old cars. Yeah. You don't have to be fancy about it. You be down and dirty, you know. Yeah, would we like to have a big shop? Yes. Are we aiming for the big shop? Yes. But this isn't going to stop us. This is good times, for us at least. There you go. Now vice grip those bad boys on. Try to vice grip the positive button. I think you got that pretty good now. All right, baby, come on. Unless the battery went dead. I don't think it did.
I believe so. So it's working just fine yesterday.
Yeah, there we go. Look at that, see? Stroke works and everything. I almost don't want to take the one barrel off.
Yeah.
Looks like we could use a set of motor mounts.
Oh yeah.
And guys, you want to run a metal fuel filter here. This is temporary while we're making sure all the crap is out of the tank. Because we are running the car off the factory fuel tank now. I can't believe that stroke even worked. That's quite the throttle return spring someone put on there, Jake.
Yeah, that one works. Remember the double, the big one didn't work. That one did.
This one actually works.
Yeah. Is it right? No. Does it work? Yes.
See, but guys, this is part of the process, right? So we got the engine running, we're getting the car, we're evaluating it to see what else we got to do to get it ready. There's certain steps you take, like this, before you really get to it, then we'll drive it on the road.
There we go.
Yep. All right, gang, we got her kicked down off idle. So, once you get a car running, if you intend on driving it and keeping it like we do this one, this is a great time for evaluating. Like we noticed the car could use the radiator fixed.
Belts, alternator,
Belts.
water pump.
Well, the alternator's working.
Yeah, it's working, but you know.
It could use a cleaning. You know, that voltage regulator over there probably needs its contacts cleaned, but it's working. So we'll go through it and make it safe and reliable for daily use, because Jake intends to drive it on the daily. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, when the car was new, if we bring it back up to snuff, right? That's what I always get. People are like, well, What do you mean you're gonna drive that old car daily?
Yeah.
Well, hey, guess what, gang? What do you think they did in 1967 and probably all the way through the 70s? Even then, the research and development that went into driving and operating these vehicles from the factory, they thought that stuff out, right? The development is really what I mean, but the development of these vehicles took years. So if you get it back up to stock and factory, you can daily drive it, no problem. Look at Black Sheep, it went 3,000 miles to nix. It really does run great, Jake.
Oh yeah. A little bit of cleanup.
Yeah, I'd say it needs just a little bit of cleanup.
Just a little bit.
It came with a lot of parts, guys. You have to go back and check the other videos, but the car itself is actually in really good shape. Can we take this off a bit more?
Yeah.
Sorry, excuse me. And no, it's not a two-door dart swinger, but still, look at the lines on this thing. She's a sweet little car. And I guarantee you, cleaned up, washed up, all the trim back on, everything, driving around, this will get just as many of these as a Hemi Cuda would, if not more.
Yeah.
I drive around in that old black pickup truck. It doesn't get quite the thumbs up Betsy did because Betsy's got her original paint.
Yeah.
But you'd be amazed. And then we'll get this 2-barrel set up on. That should add like 5 horse or something. But the 2 barrels, these 225s do run better with the 2-barrel on it. It's much better on the highway, gives you that little bit of extra. Listen to that thing turn. It is really in exceptional condition. So, all my Slant 6 Pros out there, what year is this engine? Now I know early 6s have those cups in the spark plugs. I think this is this car's original engine.
It might be.
You know, a lot of Slant 6 cars got their engines swapped, right?
Yeah, it's been painted.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah.
It runs great.
Probably no problems with the running condition.
No, I think the engine, trans, and rear diff, they'll be good. We'll set up all the brakes, guys, new wheel cylinders, new master cylinder. We're gonna make a list. We're gonna go through it. We just wanted to show you the car and demonstrate to you, you don't need $1 million, because we sure as shoot don't have that, to have fun with old cars.
Starting to puddle already.
Yeah. Another big tip too, guys, on these old cars, watch your fingers. Especially on an old car like this that doesn't have a fan shroud. You know, you get absent-minded and just put your hand over like that, but right here, bing! Not fun. You gotta be real careful. And like I said before, don't use these fuel filters when you're driving. The only reason that one's on there is we want to make sure the tank is clean before we start driving the car. When the car goes on the road, it's gonna get a metal fuel filter. Well, let's go take a look at that old 61 Chrysler of yours before I take off, Jake. Even this could be considered old school hot rodding. Yeah, it's a 6-cylinder, put a 2-barrel on it, little freer exhaust. It'll be good times. All right, gang, we're back in the backyard of Broken Dreams here. So, here is a project that I've been wanting to do forever. This is the truck you hear me talk about, the 70 short box, Betsy's sister. If you've been following the channel for a bit, you've seen this truck. If you're new to the channel, welcome. This is our 70 short box Adventurer. The truck is actually pretty solid. It needs a drivetrain. Now, what we're hoping to do is put the body on a newer Ram 1500 chassis. What we need is for you to subscribe and share the channel. Watch the videos, continue doing that, gang. We can't thank you enough. Check out the merch store. We got Patreon coming, and hit that join button. We got lots of members only perks coming very soon. I just thought I'd give you a quick peek at this before we take a look at our next revival. Leave a comment, guys. What should we do? should we put this on a newer chassis with a 5.7 Hemi or a 6.4 Hemi? Should we just put a 318 on it in it to get it going? Should I use one of the big blocks and put a big block in it? Heck, should we put a 361 DeSoto engine in it and see if we can run it with that? Let us know. Leave a comment. What should the three of us do with our truck? All right, gang. So we are going to revive this 361 Chrysler big block. Now, Jake, some people don't understand the whole Chrysler big block thing.
Yep.
Explain to us how a 361, which is 1 cubic inch bigger than the 360s in our Jeeps, how is this a big block?
Well, it is a big block. It's based off the Chrysler 350 and the 58. It's a wedge head B series engine.
Yeah, so the easiest way to tell is that right there. The distributor in the front on an angle, you've got yourself a Chrysler big block.
Yeah.
You got to decode the numbers to find out. I mean, this thing looks very similar to the 383 that came out of Betsy.
Well, it's the same engine and just smaller pistons.
Yeah, exactly. And guys, the Chrysler 400 that came in 1972 has the biggest bore of all the big blocks. You can make a 512 stroker out of them. This 361, they're actually great engines. They make a fair bit of power and torque.
Yeah.
So what we're dealing with here, gang, this car's been sitting now for the better part of a decade, 6-7 years. Jake did drive it at one time until this happened. He got smashed into in a parking lot by a pickup truck.
Yeah.
Now,
that wasn't actually what stopped me from driving it, though.
the brakes.
The brakes.
Yeah.
It's always the brakes.
We're working on what we're going to do with this car. We are going to revive the engine. Jake, you've already wet down the cylinders, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so we've wet down the cylinders. We're going to go through the whole process of getting it going, gang. We're going to check for spark. We're going to get fuel, probably not from the stock tank, and show you all that process and how we go about doing it. Somebody had left a comment that we'd revived cars, but we didn't show enough of how we do it. So we are going to show all the steps involved in this one. And being as it's an older car, stuff like, check out where the master cylinder is in this, gang. Not fun. So if you go check out Jay Leno's garage, they have a 58 Chrysler that they fully restored. And you can actually buy a thing that sets up for that master so you can fill it. Imagine trying to fill that master, because that's the booster for it right there. Man. I'm confident it'll run, don't you think, Jake?
Oh, yeah.
I think it'll run. We are going to go through all the systems and check it, guys. It is a generator still. Is it 12 volt or 6?
It's 12.
12 volt, okay. Has it got oil in it?
Yep.
Yep. So, make sure you stay tuned, because this is going to be an eventful revival. Now, what is this? Oh, it's a hard vacuum line to the distributor. Okay. So Jake knows more about these 361s in this era of car than I do, gang. I mean, I'm confident I can figure it out as I go here. But these also don't have a park in the 727, correct, Jake?
Nope, no park. Basically, your e-brake is the park. There's a
big like drum brake on the back of the 727, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to look at one, I got one out over there.
Yeah, let's do that, gang. We'll go check out the, let's go look at a 361 and a 727 that's in this car, but out in the open. All right. Little side note here. Here's the old New Yorker that gave her heart for DD Speed Shop. And yeah, we had no idea that that engine bay held a 1970 high performance 440, but we sure are glad it did. Anybody out there need New Yorker parts? Because sadly, guys, we're going to take what we need, and I hate to say it, but unless maybe Dean, if you're out there, if you can figure out a way to get it out to you for parts, I hate to say this, but it's going to the scrapyard. It's rotted out from the back seat back, the wiring's toast, and now it doesn't have an engine or trans. The front suspension we're keeping either for that 61 Chrysler or possibly another one. We don't know yet. You tell us, gang, which car do you want to see revived first? Do you want to see us get the 361 running, or do you want to see us work on the Valiant first? You tell me, which one do you want to see first? And we'll do our best to make it happen. All right, let's go take a look and see if Jake's got that 727 dug out yet, gang. All right, well, here we are. That is a 361 out of DeSoto.
Yeah, 61 DeSoto.
And that is a cast iron 727?
Yep. Yeah, that'll be the cast iron push button.
And there is your park, essentially.
Yeah, it's the old drum brake.
An e-brake drum that you run with a lever on the dash. But you can get to see there's the same kind of valley pan that 440 had in it.
Yeah, this one's actually, if I can do this without knocking too much crap into the engine here, it's actually pretty spotless in there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
She's a clean one.
It was a runner when you pulled it, right?
No.
No?
No. I got this with the other 61.
Oh,
and,
okay.
This was attached to 2 frame rails and what was left of a firewall. There wasn't anything else to it, just the engine and
But you grabbed it, because
yep.
why not? Exactly.
Yeah, I had the intake off. I can't remember why I had the intake off.
Who knows?
But
still, there's your 727 with the drum brake on it. All right, guys, so that's it for this week. We're trying to figure out which project to do. We got exhaust off of Betsy for Black Sheep coming up. So we should have that coming next week. And we'd like to get on this. You tell us, what do you want to see more? Working on an old truck? Just reviving the engine in the 61? Or getting that Valiant to Jake's back on the road? Or maybe do you want to see some off-road stuff? Because we can do that too. I mean, that'll be kind of down the road, but we do have 40-inch tires and a cool old XJ Jeep to work on. I think what we're going to do is get the Valiant. Well, we're going to get the exhaust on Black Sheep first because it needs it desperately. And then we're going to be reviving the 361 to get it to run. And then we're going to move on to the Valiant to hopefully make it a daily driver for Jake for the summer. You guys let us know, which would you like to see more of? Do you got any requests, anything like that? Leave a comment, let us know. Please like, share, subscribe. Welcome again to all our new subscribers. Thank you for all your support, community, not competition crew. I can't thank you all enough. God bless, and we'll see you on the next one.